episode 54 of Fist of the North Star 1 Point. The keyword for this episode is going to be choice. In this episode, Ray has to choose basically between life and death. He is already going to die, but let's say instantaneous death, right? As in, die right now so you don't suffer more. By the way, that is going to be given to him by 𝚎𝚘𝚊𝚌𝚎, which is very interesting because 𝚎𝚘𝚊 basically accelerates, if I may say, Ray's death, or wants to, with a good intention, of course, and she's not really happy about that, even though Ray wants to die for her. This is the first interesting thing to mention, and don't worry, there'll be many things, many interesting things I'll say, hopefully, in this video. Well, the next one is that choice is given to him by 𝚎𝚎𝚅, between life, as in extending his life a bit more, of course, as you know, between life and death. And we talked about how 𝚎𝚎𝚅's life is basically being between hope and despair, or being between life and death. That's a pretty cool thing too, because one thing that I thought is, you know, when 𝚎𝚎𝚅 says that he could extend Ray's life a bit, Kenshiro goes, oh, so you're talking about that technique. So Kenshiro could do it too. But 𝚎𝚎𝚅 doing it, it's like the symbol of the wise old man, right? And the specific things that we said is particularly very good. I think I'll have other things to say about, let's say, the 𝚎𝚎𝚅-Ray duo, by the way, but they'll certainly be for another time. I want to specifically talk about the choice and what the choice symbolizes. So it's between the white pill, as white as 𝚎𝚎𝚅, and the hair that Ray will have after the transformation, right? So that white pill that will kill him. So it's either that white pill or a technique of the Hokuto Shinken that I've repeated so many times is the martial art of chaos, the black area. It's between white and black. Ray is from the Nanto, but what we said is that he's a very chaotic guy for a guy of the Nanto, as opposed to Shin. We talked about this too. And so basically, Ray choosing, let's say, the black over the white is kind of like Ray choosing the Hokuto over the Nanto, as he's the greatest, let's say, supporter of Kenshiro, of the Hokuto Shinken in this anime, as a friend from the Nanto. Now we'll get things later, but those are explicit, and I may mention them back, but the idea that a man from the Nanto says it's the Hokuto that we need, let's say, or that is going to reign. Ray says that this world needs Kenshiro, that's right, but here he chooses the Hokuto Shinken. And of course, now that choice is, now this is the symbol, let's say, but what that technique is going to do is to give him a bit more life, so he could defeat 𝚎𝚎 and give a bit of meaning. Like, there is also the spirit aspect of the Hokuto Shinken, and so giving a bit of meaning to his life and trying to make order within. And so that gets to be choosing the black area. So that, let's say, the Hokuto Shinken, so chaos, gets to make order within the chaos in which he is. So he doesn't know what to do. All right, there is a choice to make. Choose the risk and potential at the same time. So if you do this, you're going to suffer more, but then it's going to extend your life and you may die without regret. So you make order within chaos. So it's basically Ray actually becoming an Nanto dude in a sense, thanks to or through the Hokuto, which is also, you may also regard it as what he, the way Kenshiro and Ray mutually developed the other one, right? We talked about this too. And so, thanks to the Hokuto, at the end of the day here, Ray gets to be able to face 𝚎𝚎. This is, and this is going to be the last thing I'm going to say. This is actually, for our daily lives, the best way of seeing the yin and the yang. One of the other meanings, let's say, of yin and yang is that the white area is order, as in the things that you know. Let's say your comfort zone. And the black area is the unknown things. Okay, so the things you have to discover. That is at the same time danger and potential. So that white pill, which is physical, by the way, Nanto, you take it, you die. You know what's going to happen, so you don't suffer anymore. Everything is understood. But the black area, the Hokuto Shinken, so you may get stronger and live a bit more, or you're going to die and you're going to suffer even more. Potential against danger. What makes it potential instead of danger? Your willpower, as it's stated, and thanks to that, he can benefit from that potential. And that is what we should keep in mind too. Go for potential. Even if it's dangerous, don't stay in a comfort zone, and you will make it potential instead of danger, thanks to your willpower, faith, and obsession.